Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got I'm asked quite a bit, actually. I'm asked quite a bit. Well, what tricks are you doing? Well, what tricks do you really like? The tricks that I'm doing and I really like may not be the ones that work well for you. Let's put it this way. But I'll tell you what, the older I get, the smarter Denny Haney becomes. Denny Haney told me once, years ago, he said, the Beatles didn't start out singing Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. No. They started out singing these pop tunes that were very, very popular, and then they evolved their style over time. You need to do the same thing, David. You need to start with the classics. You need to take the classics and apply your personality to those. And let those ruminate and marinate in your style and in your performance. And then evolve from there. Start with the classics. Now, I have a classic for you today. I call it a classic. It's really a modern classic. It was invented in the 1970s. You might say, well, David, anything invented in the 1970s could not be considered a classic. I'm telling you, this meets the criteria. It's called Knots Off Silk. Knots Off Silk. Now, I'm not going to perform it for you. What I am going to do, I'm going to put a few links below. You can go watch performances of it. Essentially what happens is you take a long silk handkerchief. You tie a knot in it. You do something magical. The knot slides off and there's a hole in the handkerchief. I think this is just, I describe it and you think, what? I'm telling you, audiences love this thing. They just love this thing. I've done it a number of ways. I've used a change bag to restore the handkerchief. I put the knot in, I put the handkerchief in, and out it comes restored. I've done that. I don't do it anymore. Now I just show the handkerchief with the hole in it, and I say, I have to ruin a handkerchief every time I do this. And the audience really responds to that simplicity. So I love doing Knots Off Silk. I think it's a modern classic. It's visual. It's versatile. You can do the thing surrounded. You can do it on the largest stage. You can do it close up. It was invented by Pavel in the 1970s. Daune Lafflin, the great gospel performer, obtained the method and passed it on. And he's, by the way, if you ever get to watch Daune he's created a box. So he brings the box out, he opens the box up, it's a nice running box, and he pulls the handkerchief out of the box. If you know how the thing is done, that's a nice solution. I don't do that. I keep it in my case. I reach for it, I pull it out of my case. That's all I need to do. But it's a nice solution to a problem if you know how the thing works. So Daune offers that. Then John Blake developed and refined the methodology. Jeff McBride later encountered Blake's work and developed what he calls Best Ever Knots Off Silk. The acronym BEKOS. Best Ever Knots Off Silk. If you're interested, go to Penguin Magic and search for BEKOS or simply Knots Off Silk, and Jeff McBride's various offerings will come up. Jeff offers it in red, and he offers it in a smiley face, which is interesting. I have both. I've used the smiley face. It doesn't get the reaction for me that the red one does. And by the way, magicians do various things. They will do 3 knots, they will do 2 knots, I do 1 knot. Let me tell you why. You build it up almost like a cut and restored rope. You build it up and you do it, and the one effect is astounding. To repeat, you see, you repeat. You're getting into Scott Alexander's joke. The first time it's mesmerizing. The second time it's educational. I don't want to be repeating effects. So I don't tend to do that. Now, if you're doing the smiley, you have to do it at least twice to get the eyes, right? But But what I love about Jeff McBride's, I actually purchased BEKOS. I actually purchased Best Ever Not Soft Silk. It comes with a complete video instruction that is excellent, excellent. You get a sense for the various ways it can be presented. Jeff McBride is a wonderful teacher. So if you're inclined to want to do the Best Ever or the Not Soft Silk, I would encourage you to go that route. It's not terribly expensive, and I can tell you this, it meets the criteria. I mean, it is visual. It is large. It can be played on the largest stage, the smallest. It can be done surrounded. It is a fantastic effect. So that's my 10 cents on Not Soft Silk. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment down below. I love your comments. Please subscribe if you've not done so already. Thank you so much for joining me today.